A surprising number of you this week asked me what happened to your arm. And you know what that tells me? It tells me you did not watch the weekly update last week. Watch the weekly update. So here we are with another weekly update video. I want to first of all express gratitude and thankfulness to all of you who helped with VBS last week. What a fun week, a huge week in the lives of hundreds of kids in our church. And it took hundreds of volunteers and a great staff team to pull it off. Special thanks to our Coram Deo Kids team, Kelly and Bree and Quinn, for all the work that went into that, and to Wade Greening for the work you put into leading. All of you that helped and served in any way, what a huge investment you made in the lives of kids. Thank you for that. Also want to mention, you might have noticed that Olivia, our worship director, has been on maternity leave. She had a baby a couple months ago, and so I want to say thanks to our worship teams and musicians who have just been doing such a great job leading and filling in gaps this summer. What a joy to serve in a church full of people. And you might have noticed they all also played at the carnival last Friday, played some cover songs and had some fun. And so really a joy for me to worship in a church full of such amazing, talented, and godly musicians. The main thing I want to communicate to you in this weekly update, other than gratitude, is to remind you that next Sunday night is our next church-wide leadership training. We were supposed to have Alan Noble here, and I was so excited to have him here, and then he had to cancel for some medical reasons, and so we're hoping to reschedule Alan later in the year to talk about his book, You Are Not Your Own. In the place of Alan Noble, you get me. And that may not be quite as exciting as hearing from Dr. Alan Noble. But here's what I want to do next Sunday night is I want to help us think about culture, and specifically the question of what changed. I think we all can feel like something has shifted in the culture, especially in the last 8, 9, 10 years. Things feel different. There's more polarization and more animosity. It's a little more tough to be a Christian in certain ways. I think we can all feel that. My concern is that there's sort of like lots of nebulous emotion around that, and I want to try to help us name what shifted, what is shifting in our culture, and then how do we live as faithful Christians in light of that. The work we're going to be doing is really the work of political theology, that is reading culture and society starting through the lens of what does the Bible say, starting with our theology, rather than starting with partisanship or politics or questions about, what policies should we pursue. Actually want to look at how the Bible gives us a framework for thinking about society, about culture, about our lives together in any kind of community, whether we're talking about a small city or something even as big as a country or nation. So I hope you'll join me next Sunday night. It's going to be a good time. I'll spend about 55 to 60 minutes doing some teaching and training, and then we'll have a big Q&A. I think it will help you live as a more faithful Christian in the world we're living in. And so I hope to see you there next Sunday night. Mark your calendar. And until then, have a great week.